Hello, dear students. Before we dive into our story, Change of Heart, let's warm up by reflecting on the games and sports you enjoy. Can you think about which ones you play just for fun and which you play to compete? Take a moment to imagine how it feels to win or lose excitement, disappointment, or something else. Understanding these feelings is the first step to appreciating the deeper messages in our story. We also have some important vocabulary that will help you as we move forward. Words like friendly matches games played without competition to enjoy the sport, and opponent, the person you compete against, are key to understanding sportsmanship. Let's not forget tally of marks, which refers to keeping a record of points scored, and sporting spirit, which means being fair and respectful to all players. Try the activity shown on your screen, where you tick the correct meanings of these terms. This will help sharpen your language skills and prepare you for the story ahead. Now, pause for 20 seconds and think. Why do you think it's important to understand words like sporting spirit before reading a story about games? What role might these concepts play in how we view players and games? Great reflections. Understanding these words helps us see that sports are not just about winning or losing, but about fairness, respect, and enjoying the game itself. These ideas will be essential as we explore the characters of Prabhat and Surya in our story. So, get ready to explore both the exciting world of games and the words that bring that world alive. Let's meet Prabhat, the main character in our story. Prabhat always wanted to win, whether in the smallest game of marbles or a serious match of badminton. His family and teachers noticed that he struggled with accepting defeat. He could not stand losing at all. When he won, it made him feel wonderful, so much so that he avoided any game he thought he might lose. The author expresses this through an emotional tone, using repetition of winning and losing to emphasize Prabhat's feelings. Notice the word defeat, pronounced defeat, which means loss, and another word bear, pronounced bear, meaning to tolerate. Prabhat couldn't bear losing. Think for a moment, why do you think Prabhat dislikes losing so much? Have you ever felt that way? It's important to pause and realize that while wanting to win is natural, fearing loss too much can stop us from trying and enjoying the game. Now pause for 25 seconds and think about this question. Great insights. Prabhat's story invites us to explore how focusing only on winning can affect our happiness and growth. We'll see more about this as the story unfolds. Keep this in mind as we continue. Now, let's look at an exciting moment when Surya, a new student, joins Prabhat's school. Surya is an excellent badminton player, but is much more relaxed and playful than Prabhat. While Prabhat prepared for the upcoming friendly match with seriousness, Surya joked and smiled, confident in his ability. Shown in figure, you can see children playing badminton outdoors, the competitive spirit mixed with fun and friendship. Notice how Surya's lighthearted attitude contrasts with Prabhat's tension. Interestingly, Surya scored point after point, but Prabhat changed the scoreboard while his opponent wasn't looking, winning the match by cheating. The word phenomenon describes Surya's extraordinary skill, while scoreboard is the display of points. Pause for 25 seconds and think about this key question. How does the contrast between Prabhat's seriousness and Surya's relaxed attitude reflect their approach to sports and life? Brilliant thinking! This contrast teaches us that true sportsmanship isn't only about winning, but about enjoying the game and showing respect. Surya's attitude exemplifies this, while Prabhat's cheating reveals his inner fear. This tension sets the stage for important lessons about character and fair play. After the badminton match, something unexpected happened. Even though Prabhat won by cheating, he couldn't sleep well that night. This feeling, known as being restless, shows he was uneasy inside. Surya, on the other hand, did not feel bad about losing. The very next day, Prabhat saw Surya playing basketball, even though Surya was not good at it and couldn't score for 10 minutes. Yet, Surya's cheerful smile never left his face. Look at figure where two boys play basketball. One jumps to shoot, while the other watches, showing the joy of being part of the game itself, not just winning. Pause for 20 seconds and consider. What does Surya's enjoyment of basketball, despite his poor skills, teach us about an attitude towards sports and competition? Excellent. Surya's attitude reminds us that sports are about joy, participation, and loving what you do, regardless of winning or losing. This is the heart of true sporting spirit, a key lesson Prabhat is learning in our story. As Prabhat observed Surya more closely, something beautiful happened. He began to change his own attitude. No longer focused only on winning, Prabhat started enjoying games like hide and seek, even feeling sad when they ended. He laughed and joked during badminton matches, and his friends noticed this new spirit. The text says his friends began saying, "Good fun playing with Prabhat. That fellow definitely has a great sporting spirit." Here, sporting spirit means being fair and respectful in games. This change of heart, meaning a deep change in feelings or attitude, marks Prabhat's growth, not only as a player, but as a person. It highlights the theme that sportsmanship is about more than just winning. It's about enjoying the experience and respecting others. Pause for 25 seconds and consider, why is Prabhat's change of heart important? And how does it reflect growth as a human being? Excellent thoughts. Prabhat's shift from fear and cheating to fairness and fun is powerful. It shows us the value of embracing challenges with a positive spirit and how that enriches friendships and happiness. This lesson is central to any journey toward maturity. To better understand our story and express your own feelings, let's focus on some important vocabulary words. Each word has been carefully chosen to reflect key ideas and emotions in the story. Take the word defeat, pronounced defeat, meaning loss in a game. For example, Prabhat struggled with defeat. Then there's terrible, which means very bad or unpleasant, describing how Prabhat felt when he lost. Phrases like on the contrary indicate an opposite idea, which fits Surya's joyful attitude in contrast to Prabhat's sadness. You might also hear sensed, meaning he felt or noticed something, like Prabhat sensing a possible loss. The words significant and conducted describe important and organized events in the story. Let's try using these words. For example, the last Friday matches were very significant to the players, or the coach conducted the badminton tournament fairly. Knowing these words will make your reading richer and your speaking clearer. Keep practicing. Pause for 10 seconds and think of a sentence using any of these words. Wonderful. Keep these words in your vocabulary toolbox. They'll help you understand and enjoy sports stories like this much more. Let's pause and check how well you have grasped the story so far. Here are some questions to test your understanding. First, true or false? Prabhat accepted losing easily. Think carefully. The correct answer is false. Prabhat struggled to accept defeat. Next, what was special about the last Friday of each month? That's right. Friendly matches were held, allowing students to play for fun. Who kept score during the badminton match between Prabhat and Surya? Prabhat himself was the scorekeeper. Did Prabhat want to play another match with Surya? Most likely no, because he cheated and felt uneasy afterward. How did Surya react to playing and losing? He remained joyful and enjoyed playing no matter what. Finally, what did Prabhat learn by watching Surya? He realized that enjoyment is more important than winning. Reflect on these questions to deepen your understanding of the characters and themes of sportsmanship in the story. Now let's dive into an important grammar lesson from the story: the use of past perfect and past continuous tenses to describe actions in the past. Look at table displayed on your screen. Column A shows the first action, which is old and completed and is expressed with the past perfect tense. This uses had plus the past participle, for example, had played. Column B shows the second action, which happened after or was ongoing, using past continuous tense like was discussing. For instance, Prabhat had played badminton before he was discussing the match. This shows which action happened first. Let's practice together with some sentences from our story. Fill in the blanks with the past perfect form of the verbs in brackets. For example, I found my yang. Finish my homework before going to the match. The correct answer is had finished. Pause for a moment as you think about the correct forms for the sentences shown. Great work. Understanding these tenses will help you clearly explain sequences of events, especially in storytelling like this where past actions intertwine. To strengthen our grasp on verb tenses, let's work through an exercise identifying action verbs within sentences from our story. Look at the sentences on your screen and circle the verbs. For example, in everyone was discussing their game. The verbs are was discussing and had played. Next, referring back to table and figure, arrange these verbs under first action, old, or second action, new. Remember, had played is a past perfect verb indicating the first action, and was discussing is past continuous, showing the ongoing second action. Pause for 20 seconds and complete this exercise. Well done. Recognizing and properly ordering actions helps us understand story timelines clearly, making our reading and writing more effective. Listening carefully is an important skill, especially when following announcements or conversations in any setting, including sports events. Today, we have a sports announcement to listen to. Your first task is to identify which pair has been chosen to play chess from the options: Rima and Dheeraj, Geeta and Hitesh, or Sarita and Nupur. Listen closely. Have you picked your answer? Great. Next, we'll listen once more to fill in some important details in the sports questions and answers table shown in figure. The questions ask about Friday matches, sponsors, referees, scorekeepers, and the specific times reserved for games. Fill the answers carefully as you listen. Pause now for 30 seconds to focus on the answers. Listening and note-taking skills like these are very useful in academic and real-life situations. They help us organize information clearly and understand what is happening around us. Good communication is built on kindness and respect. That's why today we're practicing 3 magic words: please, thank you, and sorry. These simple words can make a big difference in how others perceive us. Look at figure on your screen. It shows polite phrases useful for making requests, apologies, and expressing gratitude. For requests, you might say, "Could you please help me?" or "Kindly pass the ball, please." If you've made a mistake, a sincere apology matters. "I'm very sorry for how I behaved," or "I'm sorry, that was my fault." And when someone helps you, say things like, "Thank you. It means so much to me that you helped." These phrases make others feel appreciated. Now, in pairs, practice using these phrases for situations like asking to join a game or apologizing for spilling water. Pause to try your own polite sentence now. Excellent. Using polite language helps build strong friendships in teams both on and off the sports field. Writing helps us explore our emotions and thoughts more deeply. Imagine you are Prabhat, reflecting on his feelings after the badminton match. You have a diary entry started for you, and your job is to complete it using phrases given like, I won the match, I do not feel happy about it, I managed to change the scoreboard, and Surya did not feel bad. Writing in the first person helps us understand Prabhat's inner conflict, his joy in winning mixed with unease because he cheated. Try to express these feelings authentically and thoughtfully. This exercise lets you practice creative writing and emotional honesty. Pause now and write your continuation. Wonderful work. Writing personal reflections like these builds your skills in storytelling and emotional expression, essential for both language learning and personal growth. Now we explore how big words can be broken into smaller, easier to learn parts. Look at figure where badminton is segmented into chunks like bad, admin, and mint. This helps with understanding spelling and pronunciation. Try to break down phenomenon and basketball similarly. For example, basketball is made up of basket and ball. This method enhances your vocabulary and confidence with reading longer words. Pause for 30 seconds and try this with your own examples. Well done. Playing with words like this makes language learning fun and effective. Keep practicing by creating your own word puzzles to share with friends. Let's delve into the heart of our story by analyzing the two main characters. Prabhat, initially blinded by his fear of losing, is portrayed as someone who struggles with honesty and self-control. Surya, on the other hand, is relaxed, joyful, and displays excellent sportsmanship even when losing. Their contrasting attitudes teach us valuable lessons. Surya's example influences Prabhat's transformation, showing how openness and fairness enrich our experiences. The title, Change of Heart, perfectly captures this transformation, the turning point from selfishness to understanding and respect. Think about these questions. How do the characters embody different values? What themes like honesty, growth, and respect arise? Pause for 30 seconds to reflect. Great reflection. This story is more than about a game. It mirrors life's lessons on character and the true spirit of competition. As we conclude our exciting journey through Change of Heart, let's recap what we've learned. The story taught us that sportsmanship is rooted in joy, honesty, and respect, not just winning. Prabhat's transformation reminds us that attitudes can change, bringing growth and happiness. Now, I invite you to express your creativity. Write a metaphor for happiness inspired by Surya's joyful spirit. Imagine describing happiness with vivid sensory details. Alternatively, create a short dialogue between Prabhat and Surya, exploring their feelings about playing fairly and enjoying games. Pause and let your imagination flow. Wonderful work. Creative expression like this strengthens your language skills and connects you emotionally to literature. Keep nurturing your love for words and stories. They are doors to endless learning and joy.